There's people walking around out here that are soulless avatars simply operating on matrix pro.
Now there's some toxic bullshit. The video that I made just before this is a duet in which the other creator is talking about spiritual supremacy and dehumanization, which are rampant in the New Age, and how they tie into the ideology and the politics of fascism, which requires dehumanization of certain groups and certain segments of the population, and on the extreme requires or uses demonization, which is implies a kind of sacred obligation that one has to exterminate these groups of people. Now, to be clear, I am not suggesting that this creator, Billy Carson, is advocating any of these things or is into fascism. I'm pretty sure he's not. For those that don't know, he's a New Age superstar, at least on TikTok, and he's a mixed bag, like a lot of the teachers. On one hand, he's really into ancient alien conspiracy theories and quantum woo. Everything can be explained by quantum physics. Everything metaphysical happens on the subatomic level. And on the other hand, he helps people deconstruct from Christianity and patriarchal religions more generally, and he says some decent things politically. And even in this case, he's talking about the Matrix, which is a kind of conspiratorial view of things, but contains a certain amount of truth. So if by the Matrix he means the human condition or the Earth community or 3D consensus reality or whatever, I am not in agreement with any of that. In fact, I think that kind of teaching is not only not helpful, but it's probably very harmful. Certainly it is, to the degree that it keeps people disengaged from politics and political activism. But on the other hand, if he means by the Matrix cultural programming, which has to do with politics and religion and all kinds of things, then we are in agreement. In fact, I would go so far as to say that most of what is considered the spiritual path or the spiritual process or the process of awakening has to do with precisely this kind of deprogramming from cultural encoding that no longer serves the individual and that no longer serves the collective. So in progressive circles, this is usually called not deprogramming, but deconstructing or decolonizing one's mind from certain ideas. So this would include deconstructing from capitalism, from patriarchy and subsets of patriarchy like toxic masculinity and grape culture, and deconstructing from patriarchal religion, and deconstructing from colonialism and the imperialist kind of mindset of domination over others, and learning to exist on a wavelength that is more cooperative and egalitarian and grassroots. Deconstructing, of course, from racism and white supremacy. Deconstructing from all these ideas, toxic ideas that have been fed to us in our culture, that swarm around in our culture. And in fact, like I said, I think that is, as far as I can tell, the majority of what is called the spiritual path. And that also includes deconstructing from toxic New Age ideas, like the idea that certain people don't have souls.